now that I'm 72, that I still remember well, but although the next generation may not.
And while we're on the subject of mortality, how do you want to be remembered? If someday I'm visiting,
How do I want to be? How do I want?
How do you want to be remembered?
Oh, I want to be remembered by something I'm going to write, something I started writing but I haven't finished, but I'm going to finish it before I die, and hopefully when my ashes are scattered at sea, that someone
Which
will
sea?
dare to recite those words and possibly sing a few happy songs and lift a few glasses of beer or wine.
And which ocean do you want to be scattered over?
I don't care which ocean, but I think the Pacific is bigger, so I'll travel more in the Pacific than the Atlantic.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, I really did have a good time in the Atlantic, and maybe it's an opportunity to spend more time in the Pacific Ocean.
And what do you want me to do to commemorate you after you've gone away?
Have a party. Have a party, and
I mean, in terms of how I live my life, or...
I want you to live your life the way my parents did. Always try to do something hard, because there's no feeling like doing it. And if you fail, that's also significant. You learn something. You learn something when you fail, and you're happy when you don't fail. And I think that's a good way to live.
Yeah.
I think you should plan every day and try to carry out your plan. And if you do, it's a wonderful feeling. And if you don't, there's still one more day left to do it again. And that's what I think you should do. And I think you should also learn something every day. And as I get old, I still try to learn at least one new thing. And I try not to forget too many, but I try to remember a few more. And travel is important. Like my parents both started off at different places and ended up here in this pile of sand we call Long Island. And I'll probably end up in California on the other coast. But first I want to do a little more traveling.
Yeah.
And if I have to be launched into the ocean, if I die on ship, I'll probably be delighted. Rather than have 6-8 pallbearers carrying me around
Right.
in the dirt. I'd much rather die at sea, or at least have my ashes taken to sea. And my sister Ginny's buried on Cheyenne Mountain, old Witch Mountain or something like that, up in Montana. Her son Ricky should tell me again. He told me once and I forgot what it. My sister's buried on a mountain in Montana, and my other sister most likely is buried in Minnesota. And so we're all scattered around. And I think it's a tumbling weed, a moving stone or something gathers no more. Tumbling stone.
A rolling stone, maybe?
Rolling stone gathers no moss. I think one should not gather moss. I think life should be spent rolling.
Right.
But each time learning. There's no sense in rolling without learning. And I think my parents learned a lot. They started off speaking different languages. And they ended up speaking English, and I'm speaking English. And hopefully I'll learn a few more before I disappear. On the other hand, my dust may be scattered, and then, of course, it will be reused. As the dust on my body consists of dust which have been used many times before, I'm sure. So all of this dust is recycled,
and maybe you'll get your wish. You can explore the galaxy by becoming dust on some distant planet.
Well, certainly, yeah. If you wait another 15 billion years, the Earth will be destroyed, and our dust, all of the dust in this cemetery and in the world, will be scattered, and very possibly create new suns, which will gravity will collect the dust, and then it will create planets and new planets and new dust. The same dust will be reused. It may have been reused many times on many other planets. Who knows? In any case, the dust will probably not be intelligent. So this is the one chance for the dust to make a long, boring speech. And so I guess, unless you have another question.
Well, I hope you're here for a long time. I hope we get to work on this gut of yours that, despite the Atkins diet, has grown bigger than it should. Survived quintuple heart surgery, and you have a lot going for you, and let's hope you're here for a lot longer. So, and I hope you've raised 2 good kids, and we've done a lot.
Yeah, very happy with you and Ricky. I think you guys are learning a lot and doing a lot. And you overcome a number of obstacles already. And I think you can go much further if you choose. And that's what I would choose if I were you.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll end on that note. We don't want to make people, bring people down too much. Yeah, that's a good life motto. Let's get to the beach before the sun sets.
Before the sun sets, hopefully.
And we freeze our toes off.
We can still get into the beach.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I'm going back to the car.
Okay. Here we are at Jones Beach. It's cold. It's about 4:30. Here's the tower.
Yeah. What he did is that right. Yeah, right. Nice low shit.
Was I doing that?
You can't stop here, it's going to record you. So just.
I had a sister Jenny who was 4 years older than me. And my father came home from the hospital every so often, and he stayed up in the front room.
Right.
But he came downstairs because my mother was cooking and everything. He came down for dinner, and he was holding on, and the wooden one was shaking. So he said, "I've got to put a metal one in here." And he put this metal in it. That's why it has this this is a really strong banister.
Oh yeah, this thing.
My mother kept her clothes in that
It's
one.
the same banister, huh? The same.
My mother kept her clothes in that one. The hole in the wall is because I had my stereo upstairs. That was my room in the back.
What hole in the wall?
I had 2 windows, one on that side and one on the back. And we had a bunk bed, double beds. My sister and I was on the top, my sister was on the bottom. So. And we rushed to the bathroom every morning. And then I had to take, when I got older, I had to, the roof comes down like that and you have to kind of tilt your head. And so my daughter was my daughter. My sister was so happy when she got married. She went to live in another house. She said, "I don't have to take a shower like that anymore." She was just a joke.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Wow, lots of memories. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had this beautiful wooden floor. That's original.
This is original. Done.
We had
it urethane because we came in and they had a dog, and the dog messed up the whole rug. There was a rug down.
Okay.
We pulled up the rugs, and my husband said, "Why was there a rug down? These floors are gorgeous."
Yeah.
Pull up the rug, and I don't even know a hardwood floor.
So this is the original floor?
This is the original floor. We just had urethane.
It looks gorgeous.
We had no pieces put on or anything. Nothing.
Yeah.
Did you do something to the? We left the basement. It was just concrete walls. Is that all finished now and everything?
No, we didn't get to that yet.
You still have the same oil burner? Coal was going to be right down this fire. And the coal truck backed up and dumped the coal down into the coal bin, and then we burned coal. It was a big coal burner. And I used to shovel whatever we did in our work. With my father and my mother, somebody shoveled it.
Yeah, that was the only moved in, but they had to remove it because of legality or something.
Yeah, and the white didn't get the chimney one.
Came to see this house. I said to my husband, no, I said, we can't. And I said, We weren't even married yet, we were getting married back. I fell in love with it. And my father-in-law fell in love with he loves brick houses.
Are these working now? One of these used to turn on the light up there.
Yeah.
And then the other one turns it down. Two
This
of them
one,
work. The one upstairs turns
and
it
the one
off.
turns it off.
It's all
Yeah,
working.
and
It was-
this one upstairs, everything goes off.
Yeah, everything's fixed. Yeah, we left it broken and it's all fixed.
Yeah.
After we left, so she just covered it up with 2 layers of carpets. And then we were constantly vacuuming the carpets, but
Yeah.
the floor was preserved, and I'm glad to see that when you fixed it, and you got the original color back.
Yeah, well, they sanded it down 3 times.
This house was built
Kids
in
that lived
Burlington.
here,
Somebody, not us, we didn't.
no, the kids that lived here, they didn't really,
A pole, a collapsible with a spring going from one side to the other. You see how this is all plastered up here? Because the wood, and a spring holding it in place, and there was a thick drape on this that touched the floor. At one point, my sister, she got to be 16, the rooms upstairs, the 2 boys, my brother and I had one for the back room, and my mother and father had the front room, and my sister, where could she go? So she told her, Mom, she said, Mom, I'm making a room downstairs. So this was a living room, just like it is for you, or as a dining room. And so we didn't have any guests because everybody was growing up and leaving. So my sister said, I'm making this into my bedroom. And back to San Diego, but she's taken a lot of shots, so my
You
wife
can just look at that.
Wow, look at this.
that's not my room. This is my room.
Oh, nice.
I used to go from the attic, climb up the stairs. I kept all my things on the stairs, toys and everything, all my games. It's still, you can't stand up in it.
Right.
So that's always mine. I was a little kid, so.
This is gonna be my room, but
Uh-huh.
it's being renovated right now. There's no electricity.
I love the wood.
There's
That was
nothing-
that's where I kept all my clothes. I had my hi-fi there. I had wires going downstairs, like big speakers, so you could play music downstairs from up here. So you never had to change the records. You just put the stuff on up here and played and played. Nobody knew where it was coming from, but it was actually coming from this room, my bedroom. Yeah, we had a bunk bed here. My desk was over there by the radiator. I did my homework there. And my sister too, all of us. And we had a couple pockets here and there. I was looking, look at the ceiling. Oh, they took that all off.
Yeah, we're getting that redone. My
Yeah.
husband used to be a contractor.
Uh-huh. Oh,
So he's
okay.
doing it all
He knows how to
himself.
do all this stuff.
All that's new is mosaic tile.
What was here before,
My
Dad?
father.
Just linoleum?
My father took off, this was a piece of very cheap plastic tile.
Oh.
Because the original people didn't have good, they didn't have good cement. And so after we had lived in it a few months, this all collapsed into here. We had a very round bowl here. And,
All old-fashioned,
yeah.
old
and,
style.
this thing was always my bugaboo. We always had to. And this looks like the original.
Everything in here is original.
That's the
We didn't
original
get
plumbing.
this done yet.
Original plumbing.
Everything's original. In this
Uh-huh.
bathroom, we haven't done it yet.
Oh, okay.
This is our next project.
Yeah. Wow.
But we haven't done anything yet.
Wow. Well, it's looking good so far.
That's it.
Yeah.